at living life to the fullest and the healthiest that I've ever seen you in my whole life, which is really cool that you guys have gotten healthier as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
Hello, my honeys, and welcome to the November wrap-up, December update with Healthy Parents from 2023. And I was thinking for the end of the year, we can do a wrap-up trivia where you guys have to guess what your most popular primary food was, what your most popular food from the recipe book is. So we'll do a trivia next time. If you're new here, hi, I'm Healthy Emmie. If you want to work with me as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet, click link in the down bar. This is Healthy Dad. This is Healthy Mummy. And they are graduates of the Slim on Starch program, living the SOS lifestyle. Let's talk about how the month of November was. Let's start with first your favorite food from each of the cookbooks. So Dad, what has been your favorite food from your cookbook or from Mom's?
Well, Mom will probably agree with me. And oftentimes, like when they have best of polls and stuff like that, recency really comes into play. And last night, because you're coming today, we had tofu ginger. And you know, sometimes you hear the right song at the right place at the right time. Well, I'm telling you, sometimes you hear the right song at the right time. It was the right meal in the right place. You know, sometimes it's the right meal at the right place at the right time. I am telling you that tofu ginger, I hit it right on the head last night. And this is going to be a fight tonight because there is a little bit left over.
So I am here for supper tonight. And originally I said I want to have tofu ginger. And then I called the other day and I said, I don't know, do I want tofu ginger? Do I want Mexi? And so Healthy Dad said, well, let's have both. There's a little bit of tofu ginger left over. I'm not sure. I kind of do want, I don't know.
You can have both.
I could have both.
Chase the tofu ginger down with some Mexi.
I could do a taco with tofu ginger in it. So Healthy Mom, what has been your favorite recipe as of late?
Dad stole my thunder. I was going to say the same thing. I'll go to my second choice, which is a recent batch of Dad's tomato sauce that he made with some really key ingredients. I think that's so important when a recipe has very few ingredients to really buy top of the line products. Because his sauce has almost been like a bolognese without the beef or the lentils. It's thick, it's flavorful, and I just really like a bowl of spaghetti with that on it.
All right, favorite primary foods from November. Primary foods are hobbies, relationships, crafts, things that really light you up outside of what goes on your plate. So, Dad, what has yours been now that golfing season has come to an end?
The fact that golfing season is done, I'm fine with that. The clubs are all shined up and put away. But you folks will attest that I'm a DIYer, do-it-yourself kind of guy. And Max and Lindsay bought a house, and it just is great. We rented a chipper. Mom could talk about the wood chipper when we, you know... a 6-inch wood chipper. So we're talking small trees and branches and you name it.
You name it, we can chip it.
Yeah, you know, against Emmie's demands, Max and I cleaned out the gutters.
No more ladders.
Yeah. Well, he was holding on, and he's a firefighter, so he should know what to be doing with ladders. But really, it's really been so much fun watching these kids buy the house and just, you know, see these things. And
I think it's a good balance, and you're very good at this, Dad. It's good to have a balance between primary foods that are more cerebral and ones that are more hands-on. And I love that this primary food is so hands-on. It's nice to see things get done. That's such a satisfying feeling. So that's good inspiration for people watching this video if a lot of your primary foods are reading and writing, to do something a little bit more hands-on.
A lot of people will say, oh, I'll get to that. And one of the examples I'll use, Max and Lindsay have kayaks that were sitting on the side of the garage. And Max says, I said, well, where do you think they want to go? He says, well, we can put them in the garage. And I said, well, let's put them in the garage. Done. You know, and he was kind of psyched that was done and behind him. So kind of gave him an idea not to dawdle on these things.
That is the best feeling in the world when you do something that's been on your to-do list forever, and something that you taught me, Dad, and you didn't explicitly teach it to me, you taught it by leading by example, was you would always say, you'd say, Emmie, sit down, it'll take you less than 5 minutes. This is something that we have to get done.
Yeah.
That clause, it'll take you less than 5 minutes. And there's a saying, if you can do it in under 5 minutes, do it now. So Mom, what has your primary food been?
I'll go with the first thing that came to mind, and that I feel is the importance of and what a gift lifelong friends are. We just came from a wedding, a multi-generational family wedding, really, in our family. Tim's parents were friends with the parents. Tim was friends with the father of the bride. Emily was friends with the bride. And that really, in this day and age, I think is really a testament to how sometimes people are really meant to be. They're not your family, but they may as well be. And it really, I think it really warmed our heart that we were invited to go. We had a place of honor, which we were sat at. And it was just really a good time, a lot of years of history.
All right, well, now we're going to get into wins. So, what are you proud of that you did this past month, Dad, in regards to your health?
Golf season's over, and Mom will attest that I'm still out of here at 7 o'clock in the morning, going to the Y, either to swim or to work out. And fortunately, you can see by kind of the recent weather, still on the bike, 4 layers, gloves, and a kind of a wraparound hat. I really don't look much like a bike rider, but able to make those transition and really kind of happy that I'm committed to doing these things.
Mom, what are you proud of over this past month with your health?
That I just put on a pair of Christmas pants today that were little too tight last year, and they fit just great. So it just really is so like rewarding for me and reinforcing that with very little effort, I'm still in fighting weight.
And I think what goes with that is not the fact that you can say what your pant size is. It's the feeling that you get when you put them on. Like, look at me. I can go celebrate Christmas now. Okay, so Dad, have you learned anything over this past month?
Well, it's actually been 2 months. Hello, Tom. It's actually been 2 months since I've been on.
Right,
I somehow skipped a month, but sadly, in that time, Mom and I have been to 2 funerals and a wake, and then I also went to another wake. So I've had 4 people in my life that have passed away in the past 2 months, which was really kind of lousy. They were all premature, and it just wasn't right. But my mindset and Mom worries when I exercise too much or I'm doing too many things. I said, listen, I don't have time to worry about getting old. I'm doing these things. Something happens, but I can't worry about it because you just don't know.
Living life to the fullest and the healthiest that I've ever seen you in my whole life, which is really cool that you guys have gotten healthier as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
Mom, what about you? What have you learned recently?
The importance of enjoying what you do for work. Even now that I'm retired, I was asked to work at this adorable little gift shop in town, and I really enjoy going. Like, I look forward to going, which is it's a new feeling for me. And if you can find yourself a job that you like, good for you.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about what is coming up. And it's okay, so go ahead.
Well, if we survive the next 2 weeks and a day, of course, Max is getting married, and it will be great. We obviously are looking forward to it. Lindsay's the best, second best, excuse me, second best. That's it. And we're looking forward to that, period.
Ditto. And, it gets to the point where it's hard to believe that one of your children is going to get married, but it's really a great feeling. And it really is going to be a great day, and we're really looking forward to it. Yeah.
And I get to have a sister.
Yeah.
I've never had a sister,
That's
but
right.
we're going to share a last name for however long that will be. Okay.
Probably a long time.
With any luck. Okay, struggles. Have you struggled with anything over this past month?
Again, and I'll use the wedding as an example. I'm the officiant of this wedding. And
Efficient.
yes, and I've done my best to just not receive a lot of unsolicited advice. I just, everybody's got great ideas. So really trying to stay in my own lane, be it for the wedding and really anything else, just to really mind my own business.
I just want to say how much that's really like living a plant-based lifestyle. You have to do what you know is right and just sort of say thanks when people give you unsolicited advice. Struggles, not too many. I think we behaved ourselves pretty well when we were away for the last wedding, diet-wise, and I feel confident coming up with this big holiday season and a wedding, and that we're still in good shape.
If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. People say things just to say things and fill the air with words because they don't like silence. And so we can take so personally, which sidebar, one of the 4 agreements is take nothing personally.
Mm.
We can take so personally things that people say, but they say them, they don't even remember that they say them, and then they just go on with the rest of their life,
You
just
remember.
spewing things, right? But you think about it 20 years later, and you're still thinking about that one comment that somebody made, and they have no idea they've said it. So take nothing personally. People are just spewing thoughts without even thinking about them, just to fill the air with words. Just do what's best for you. Anything else you'd like to add about this past month?
Yeah, Lisa mentioned the wedding that we went to. I'll try to get through this. My close friend, and but while we were in Baltimore, we actually met one of Emmie's clients, Holly, and we found that Holly really exists, and Holly found out that we really exist, and she put out an incredibly delicious vegan lunch, and to see the 4 of us who came and just wolf this stuff down willingly, and it was delicious that she really got a firsthand experience that yes, this is what we do. And I think kind of the best part of the whole thing is that we had to tell them it was time for us to leave. They weren't flicking the lights or anything like
I
that.
didn't want to leave.
Well, we couldn't, but we had to. We had to, because we had a wedding to go to, which was why we're there. But she and Scott were very gracious hosts. We enjoyed the conversations. They were both funny, no pretenses. It was fun. So that was really, we do exist, and we do what we say we do.
They were funny, but looks aren't everything.
Yeah, you go.
Sometimes people ask me when I'm onboarding a new client and they're new, they haven't watched many videos. They say, "Do you eat this way?" And I'm like, I eat this way. Of course I eat this way. This really is what we do. Anything that you want to add about this month?
I would just really say that it's what a family that you've built with the Healthy Hunnies, that you really get to know people that you never ever get to see. So it was really a treat to meet some of your clients.
All right. Well, we will see you for next month's trivia, 2023 trivia. So get studying. You can watch the past videos. And again, Dad, try not to look so happy. Well, we have tofu ginger Mexican food tea and a Christmas tree to decorate. So we've got a lot to do. We've got to go. We have fire. Dad has to make a fire. So I love you, honeys, and we'll see you in my next one.